See, the plant is now very different looking from when we started. This particular trailer is a sunray trail, and it is a chimera. As you can see, this is a very pretty, slightly purple, rose purple bloom with stripes in it. And when you're grooming a trailer and doing a pretty serious grooming, you might want to take all of the buds, all of the blooms off, and maybe some of the buds as well. The blooms on an African violet takes a lot of energy from the plant itself, and when you're grooming and trying to get the symmetry, you may want the energy of the plant to go more into the roots and the leaves instead of the blooms. Now that we've exposed a lot of the center part of the plant, we can count the number of trailers, number of crowns. This particular part of the crown has one major one, and if you look underneath, it's growing another crown in here and another crown on the other side. So if you want,
so that one has 3, but
one.
2 are much smaller.
That's right. So usually I would just let it grow until much later and make a decision on it. But there is one particular part that I am not really happy with. It is this particular crown that seems to be has a lot of little leaves in it that are very, very small and very, very tight.
Versus
a nice loose crown like this one.
Yes, okay.
If it did not have as many crowns as it does now, I am just inclined to leave it. But because it has a lot of crowns, what I am going to do is remove this particular stem from the bottom. I use a pair of a pair of scissors, and remove this and try to grow this as a separate plant. You can see how tight it is, and usually when it's covered by a larger crown, it will not do well for me. So I would just take it off and try to grow it as another plant.
Aha.
So now it looks like you are left with a big hole where the plant used to be. You can drain the other crowns will start growing into it. It will have a lot more room to spread itself.
So where might other crowns come from?
The other crowns will always come from the stem, from a node. You can see from here that there is one crown in there growing in from a stem.
Won't it just do the same thing that other one did? Be covered up by the taller leaves and never have a chance to develop properly?
Probably. But then again, you never know. You never know what they will do. They may come up and come a little bit longer. Like this one. Take a look at this one. This is a very tight crown that is growing in the inside. Again, I'm inclined to remove it right there because it's very small.
Okay.
But in the center of this, you can see a lot of very, very tight crowns coming up. And that is what I would much rather work on. There is another crown in here that just keeps others from growing. So this is a very, very nice crown.
And again, you would just pot that up.
I would just pot it up, yes. And the spaces that are left by your other crowns, that up by the crowns that you have left, will kind of cover itself up. And if you take a closer look at this, you can see the different crowns. What you can do is reposition the crowns so that they have a little bit more light. This is the old one that we...
So there's a leaf loose in there too. I don't know if you can see that.
Where is that?
Right here.
Oh, okay. So I would just move this around so that the center now looks a lot looser. And it will give your plants more room to grow.
All
See,
right.
this is now very different from what it originally looked like. And I don't know if you like it better but it will grow a lot healthier